All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. First off, thank you so much for joining today's Quantic Public webinar. Um, Today we have a few special guests. We are going to be talking about the brand new integration with Quantic with ComoSense. Here I have on the call is Jason and Gio. They're going to be taking you through some of the features and functions and really sort of awesome components of this integration. Now, we'll go through a demo. We'll take a look at some slides and look at those details. I'll also be demoing it on my side on how it looks on Quantic. But know that these webinars are recorded, so if we need to send a copy to anyone, we can definitely do that. Also know that we will be posting this on our YouTube page in case it needs to be rewatched. Um, with that being said, if you do have any questions during the demonstration, you'll notice in your Zoom call there is a Q&A section. Go ahead and type in your questions. You feel free to put them in at any point in time during the demo, and we'll answer them as we go through. And then at the very end, if we do have any pending questions, then we'll go ahead and review those. Anyways, with that being said, I'll go ahead and pass it on to the ComoSense team to take us into the features and functions of their application.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Dana, for the intro. Let me bring up my slides here. There we go. We can see that okay, Dana?
Of course, yep.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thanks, y'all, for joining today. We're happy to get in front of you and show you the new integration and uh, take any questions you have as we go. So as Dana just said, the integration launched pretty recently with Quantic. We've already got a large customer as the first customer. It's a brewery slash restaurant concept. So if you haven't heard about that one already, it's out there in the wild, and everything's going well with it. So let me jump over here. So today, so it's going to be actually. Let me go back. So you guys know who actually you're listening to. My name's Jason Hardesty. I run the partnerships program for Como in the Americas. So I'll be going through some initial slides with you, and then Giovanni, who's our sales director for the Americas, he's going to go into the product demo for you after that. So that's who you'll be hearing from on this side. And then just real quick, so you know the agenda that we're going to go through. So I'll go through high level overview of the product and you know what it brings to the table for your prospects. We'll do a demo of the Como solution, and then Dana's going to, like you said, show what that looks like on the Quantic side of things from an integration standpoint. Then we'll jump in just high level, talk about pricing, what that looks like for you, and then go into what the overall journey looks like. So once a lead comes in as a prospect, the things that we'll handle on our side, and once they become a customer, what it looks like for them from a sales path. And then at the end, we'll go into Q&A and talk about next steps. So just a few stats for you here at the beginning. So what we're seeing right now in the market is we know that 78% of consumers will go back to a brand that personalized the experience. So, you know, we all know if we go to a coffee shop and they know our name when we walk in, or I get something on my birthday, or, you know, it's our anniversary or something, that kind of, you know, makes me want to go back and visit that business. We're also seeing that about $136 billion is being lost annually from a business that doesn't do that type of outreach to their customers. So this is just a big reminder, you know, as a customer is working through their loyalty program, personalization is just a huge thing they need to be thinking about. And then just a couple other stats on the technology side of things. So we're seeing that 70% of companies right now are using AI to personalize their marketing. And we'll talk about that with the Como solution. We've got an AI engine built in. So we'll dive into that some more for you. And then 72% of high performing businesses are using some type of marketing automation to grow their businesses. And that's exactly what Como is designed to do. Is it's got marketing automation built into that, and you'll see right during the demo what that looks like. So just some background on us. So you've met me and Geo now. From an introduction standpoint, we've got a couple other folks on the call, Allison and Sebastian. There are two AEs that are work with our ISV channel. We're the Americas team. We're all based. Most of us are in Miami. I'm in Seattle, but we cover North America, Canada, and then Latin America, South America as well within our team. Como itself, we're operating in about 45 different countries, and we've got about 1,000 different brands using Como. Um, Mostly SMB mid-market space. We play very well up and down, those areas. And then from an integration standpoint, we've got about 50 integrations right now to different point of sale systems, online ordering systems, and other sort of third party services that are out there that work in the market that we play in. So, as we go and look more at this, Como is not just a loyalty platform; it's also a revenue generation platform. When somebody implements Como, they can actually see the ROI that it's bringing in to their business. So these are just this kind of 6 high level tools that a business needs to be successful. And these are all things that Como can address, which you'll see during the demonstration, but anything from personalized offers, data insights, marketing automation, which I mentioned briefly, omni-channel communication. So when we say that, we mean anything from a push notification on a phone to a text message to an email. Any way they want to communicate with their customers, we can accommodate those things. And then these are sort of the 4 main areas that Como addresses. So we've got the concepts of RFM grouping. So if you haven't heard of that before, that's really looking at a customer base and seeing, how often they come in, when was the last time they came in and purchased something, and then how much are they spending when they do come in and purchase something. So we'll talk more about that. We've got all the AI and BI insights built into the product to track those customer buying habits. Marketing automation kind of spurns out of that, which we'll see during the demo. And then artificial intelligence on the back end to take all that data and help the customer to start to build out these marketing campaigns that they need. So going back to RFM, so recency, frequency, monetary. What Como will do once it starts to get data from the point of sale and sees customer buying habits and all of those types of things, it'll start to segment those customers into different categories. So you can see here there's 8 different areas. So anywhere from a champion who maybe comes in 3 days a week and buys something, to a big spender that maybe comes in once a month and does a really big purchase, all the way through the different areas down to almost lost and lost. So a customer can start to market to those different categories and say, hey, we haven't seen you in 3 months, please come back, something like that. Or you've spent $10 with us last time. If you spend 15, we'll give you an extra perk, something like that. And we'll see that during the demonstration. And then our insights. So this is really where the AI functionality comes in. So what Como will do is, as it starts to get data every month, it'll give the customer 15 to 20 different insights per month within the the back office, which you'll see, and it'll be tailored to the data that it's getting. So as an example, just on this slide, the upper right side, saying that we've got about 2,000 members that spend $20 on average. What if we did some sort of a spend above 30 campaign and they get X sort of benefit based on that? So this will be totally, completely tailored to the data that's coming in from the point of sale, and we'll go into that in more detail. And then just one more stat for you. So this is coming from actual Como data, but what we see once a customer implements the Como solution, they typically see an average of a 48% rise in purchase frequency and about a 41% increase in purchase amount. And then let me just show you a couple of the high level features. So these are the big areas we see people build their loyalty programs around. So we've got different tiered rewards and promotion programs that can be put into place. So, gold, silver, bronze, whatever tiers they want to come up with, they can build that in. We've got gamification as part of the product, and that's just like different things like a spin the wheel, or they can do a like a scratch off lottery ticket, or things to kind of make the loyalty experience more fun. Digital points programs, which are people are used to getting points, but we go way deeper than that, and the points programs can be designed around all kinds of different facets of what they're buying and when they're buying, and even down to the modifier level. If somebody's buying vegan burgers versus beef burgers, maybe they get extra points for that if it's a vegan shop or something. I'm just kind of making that up, but and then punch cards also, we're all used to that, but this is all digital now, and you can have a punch card for pretty much anything that somebody's buying within the customer's establishment. And then going a little bit deeper, so we do have the ability to offer a branded mobile app, and we'll talk about that more, what that looks like. But just like you're used to using Starbucks or Panera, those kinds of apps, looks just like that. We've got a wallet pass available to that. It just like you keep it in your Apple Wallet or wherever, and that can help identify you as a member. You can see how many points you have and those things. Definitely QR codes are supported to sign up new members, so you can have those within the restaurant or at a counter, so somebody can sign up using that. And then the omni-channel communication, I discussed that earlier. That's the push, text, and email notifications. And then this is just sort of what, all kinds of different ways of one of our branded apps can look. So these are down at the bottom. I won't read those, but those are all the different things that can be included in an app. But we can do all the branding so it looks exactly like the customer wants. And it's loaded out on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store for download, and we manage all of that process for them to help build it out, design it, and then get it posted on the App Store. All right. So, like I said, we're going to do Q&A at the end, but let me switch it over to Gio, who's going to pop in here and do the demo for us.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason, and nice to meet everyone. As Jason stated, my name is Gio Rivera. I'm the director of sales for the Como Americas team. So what I wanted to really focus on here today is showing you guys a little bit of what our main dashboard currently looks like. So I'll give you guys some insights on everything that we're showing you, how it works. We'll provide a couple of different examples on different features, and ultimately by the end of this, feel free to ask any questions on anything that you see here. So what you guys are taking a look at now is the main dashboard. So a couple things here. One, on the top left, you're able to see how many members are registered to the loyalty program currently right now for this business. In the middle, you can segment this based on the time frame that you want to focus on, whether you want to compare the last 7 days, you want to see the last 30 days, 100 days sales numbers on this dashboard. Now you're able to see how many members have come in this time frame. I selected the last 3 months, how many new members have been signed up, the visit frequency. And one really interesting thing that I always like to focus on is the sales data itself. So we collect all of the sales transactions directly from the point of sale. That means that whether it's a loyalty member or a non-loyalty member, someone that's not a part of the program, we're collecting all those transactions so we know and understand how to market to the members, but also how to market the items that are being sold at a specific business. Now, in this case, you can see that, there's over 37,000 or 37 million sales coming through for this business in the last 3 months. And the majority, it looks like about 90% of the penetration rate is with members. Now, like Jason said, this one is an outlier, but typically businesses that utilize Como, we're seeing over 40 to 50% penetration rate in the loyalty space, which is extremely important to understand in that insight that typically in the loyalty space, we're seeing anywhere between 10 and 20. And for us, we're seeing over 40 with our platform. So that's a huge uptick in loyalty penetration. Other things that you can see on here are visits and the average spend per member per visit. So in this example, it's clear. Look, the more members you sign up, the more they're going to spend. As you can tell, members are spending almost double the amount that non-members are spending for this business. In the bottom, you can see the monthly trends for sales, visits, average spend per visit, etc. Sales by locations, or even the sales by items. So we're understanding not only how the sales are doing for all locations, but exactly what is someone buying, so we know how to market to these members specifically. On the right side, you can see that we have a drop down for locations. So if you have a multi-location business and they want to be able to see sales specific for only their location, you're able to have that on this main dashboard, click on the specific location and get only sales data from that franchisee or location. On the right corner here, you guys will see business insights. Now, Jason showed you guys a preview of what that looks like. So, there's a ton of different insights that we're going to be providing on a monthly basis to businesses, but it's essentially recommendations that we're providing based on the sales data that's coming in. So, for example, in this one, there's out of the 4 million members that are part of the program. In this business, there's at least 2.5 that haven't made purchases in the last 12 months. Let's target these members specifically. So if I click on this business insight, it's going to take me directly to the campaign itself. I can name it, describe it. You can see that it's already filtered down to the members that we're going to specifically target with this campaign. Now, when do you want to perform this campaign? Is it going to be immediately? Do you want to schedule it for later? You can schedule a campaign 3 months from now. Now, let's just say, for example, I want to send out a message on Friday afternoon. I click save. I know who I'm going to target, when I'm going to target these members. Now, how will I target these members? Will it be with a push notification? Will it be with an in-app message, a text, an email? Let's just say it's a push notification. Here, you can create the message itself. So, and it has dynamic texting. These are members that haven't come in about 12 months, it seems like. So let's just say, we put we miss you message, and I'm just coming up with this as you go. So don't worry about my spelling. I'm terrible. On your next purchase with us, free drink or anything that you want to offer them. Now, this is completely personalized for that individual that's going to be receiving this message. You're giving them their point balance in case they want to utilize those points when they make a purchase. And then you're promising them a free benefit, some type of gift to lure them back in to make a purchase. What's cool about this feature here is on this campaign, I can set up the benefit immediately, meaning I can attach, let's just say this is a free drink. I can attach this gift to the profile. when that member now comes in to make a purchase, all they have to do is identify themselves at the point of sale. So you can pull up their profile and see that they have this redeemable gift available to them, as opposed to them coming in and having to show you an email or some type of barcode that they got from you guys. It'll be directly on their profile, so they won't have to do anything else but identify. Now, another cool feature here is that we have A/B testing. So if we wanted to split these crowds up in half and do two different types of campaigns and see how they compare, you're able to do that as well. Now, looking over our campaign center, what you guys will see is that this is where we create our customer journeys for our businesses. Now, I'll show you two different things that I want to focus on. One, the Go Wizard. The Go Wizard is templates we've already created depending on what you want to accomplish. So do you want to focus on a campaign that does, that helps you grow your sales, that helps you promote a specific location, items, boost registration? If I click on grow spend, it'll show you templates already built for the merchants. So they're able to easily just click and create a campaign from these templates without having to do it from scratch. A lot of marketing teams love this. A lot of business owners love this because they really don't have to, think too much outside the box. They can just go in here, click a couple buttons, and create a campaign instantly. Now, on the campaign center, there's a word here that I want to focus on: activity. Activity means what type of campaign do you want to perform? Is it a one-time campaign? Similar to the business insight that I created earlier, you're able to send out a blast email on any specific day. That's a one-time campaign. You have deals that apply automatically at checkout, like discounts, BOGOs, happy hours, etc. You have the punch card feature here as well. So again, buy 9 drinks, get the 10th one free. That's just a small example of that. But now we also have probably the most important campaign feature, which is Rule. Rule is marketing automation, meaning what happens when someone makes a purchase, or what happens when someone joins the program. So as you guys can tell here, this business has a joining program. So every single time someone, provides their phone number and registers to the program, they'll automatically get a text and email saying, thank you for making a purchase. Here's, a free drink available to you this first month. They have their core model, which points to their points accumulation system. So per, 100 points, they're going to get $10 credit, $10 cash back. You have the birthday gift. If you wanted to focus on the registration page and attach the birthday to it, you're able to have a campaign for that. So every single time, let's just say for myself, my birthday's in December, I'm going to get a message on December 1st saying, happy birthday, make something this month to redeem your gift on us. But again, these are just examples on how you can create rules, how you can create campaigns easily. It's extremely user-friendly. And obviously, a ton of our businesses utilize this, whether it's on a daily basis, or they can also just set it and forget it. Because at the end of the day, when you set up these rules, the campaigns do all the work for you. And all you got to do is just check on reports on how these campaigns are doing. So that quickly segues my presentation on reports. So on the reporting side, I showed you guys the main dashboard. I showed you the campaign center. For the data, we're using Data Explorer, which is Looker BI. So essentially here is where you're able to create any type of campaign do you want to perform. So any type of report. So whether it's a sales report, points report, item affinity, communication report based on app users, based on your emails that are going out, based on the text messages that are going out, the campaigns themselves. There's out-of-the-box reports that we've created as well for these businesses. So they can just click on any of these reports here and it'll automatically populate fresh new data for them. I built already a sales report here just so you guys can see an example what that looks like. This is a sales per location reports, just showing you how the sales are doing for all the locations, what the purchase, what the average spend per member per ticket is, and then you can obviously compare it to other locations. At the very top here, you have filters that you can go through. I set this up for the last month, but again, you can set this up for, seconds, minutes, hours, years. It's really up to the merchant how they want to do that. And there's also a visualization table here. Typically we have a table, but essentially, look, what I'm trying to show you here is the flexibility that you have when you create reports. On our end, we're a data processor. The business ultimately owns the data, but we can create any type of report that they want, and then we can also save it as a template, so they don't have to create it from scratch every single time. They can save it, load it as a template, and now any single time they want to go into a data report that they've created in the past, they're able to do so and get fresh new data. And then the last thing, we have the one-time action button here at the very top corner. If you create, let's just say, a report for specific types of members, a group, a location that you want to focus on, you can click on that one-time action button and create a campaign directly from the report feature here as well. So again, look, guys, I went through this pretty quickly just to give you a little bit of a high, level of what our product is able to do. We're able to do a lot more, but this at least gives you a good glimpse on the power of our loyalty customer engagement solution that has helped a ton of businesses, grow their businesses, over the last 10 to 15 years. And I think that wraps it up for the demo version. Jason, you want me to kick it back to you?
Yeah, I think Dina's going to go show the flow from the Quantic point of sale side of things now.
Awesome.
You're absolutely right. Jason, Gio, thank you guys so much for all that information. Really excited about it. So here what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at the Quantic side of things. So this is meant to be a pretty simple demonstration of the process, but really just to kind of give you a feel for what it would look like to use ComoSense within Quantic. So basically what we're going to take a look at is if you've used the system before, you're familiar with the idea of attaching customers to a transaction. Now, one of the differences that we're going to find here is I have up here an option that says Como. Well, first I have to start an order, so I'm going to get some French fries. Okay. Now, what you're first going to see here as the server, cashier, whoever it is that's using it, I have the ability to associate that Como customer with the transaction. So I could either pull someone who already has it, or maybe that person isn't a member, but they have a promo code. I could use that right from here. Now I need to find that customer. Now from here, you've got three different options. You can plug in their email or their phone number and search for it. Or if they've got a QR code, you can do that. Or if they don't have a membership, you can actually sign them up right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll put in a phone number. Okay. All right. So we can see we've pulled up the customer here. It's going to show their points balance, their credit balance. From here, if there are any promos or coupon codes that need to be added, they can. And then if they have any available rewards, those will display here. So for example, if I had earned, $10 off, then I could redeem that, but we can see the customer has already redeemed it. It's no longer redeemable. Or one of these promotions can also expire. So right now we can see that I get $5 off with 100 points, and this actually expires in 2035. So I've got some time to use it. But I can go ahead at this point in time and I can apply that $5 off. So we'll just go ahead and tap apply. If I had other discounts that I wanted to apply, I could tap those there. Otherwise, at this point in time, I'll just tap apply discounts down at the bottom. Okay, so what we can see here is that $5 off discount has been applied. We can also see that I have an ongoing membership, which gives me 5% off when I shop here. And there you can see that that discount has automatically applied. So instead of paying $6 for that side of French fries, I'm only going to pay 90 cents. And there I can go ahead and complete the transaction. You can also see on the screen that it did pull my information as it is in the Como database. So DM, for example, and it also highlights that they're a Como customer and their phone number. And so from here, we just go ahead and we close out our transaction and print the receipt. All right. And that is the Quantic side of Como. I know it's pretty quick, but I just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what that flow looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to Jason.
And then that's the end of this portion. I've got, we'll jump into Q&A, but I've got my contact information here. So following this, if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out and would be excited to talk to you. So um, Dana, I guess we'll open it up. I'm not sure if you type them in or if it's live.
Oh, a little bit of both. Thanks so much.
Okay.
So we do have two pending questions right now. One from Nick saying if this is available in the UK.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Of course, we work in I think it's on the deck presentation, but we work in over 40 to 50 different countries. In the UK, we have a team that sells into that region. I think the second question on here is the pricing list with or with the app, without the app. Essentially, we provide there's a monthly fee when a customer decides to have the app as part of the solution, which is an additional, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not looking at the pricing here, but it's $25 a month per location per month with the app. And without the app, then you just don't pay for that fee. The setup fees also depend on the app or not. So if you have the app, as you guys can tell, there's the setup fees do increase because we have to build the app for the business, and there's a lot of things that we have to build for them on that side and develop. But again, there's other add-ons as well on the complete package. We didn't even list them out. We have other things like subscriptions. We have digital gift card. There's a couple other things that we can share with you guys separately. But at least it just gives you a good overview on what the pricing ultimately structure looks like for us. The second question, can we utilize our own credit card processor with Como's online ordering? So with Como, we actually don't do our own online ordering. We're solely customer engagement. We depend on the integration with our partners. So to answer your question, since we don't do online ordering, it either would be an online ordering partner that you would bring in. Hopefully they're already integrated with Como. If not, then we need to talk to them about having a relationship and having our and sharing our APIs so we can have that connected. But I hope for us it's credit card processing. We're agnostic because we don't do any of that. And is our company privately held or public? We're public. We are owned by Global Payments. That's our parent company. But we still, even though our parent company does have point of sales that we work with, we are still working with all of our other partners because we've been around for a very long time. And the majority of our businesses that we work with currently are on different point of sales across the globe. And I think the next question might be for Quantic. Dana?
Yeah, one for Quantic is Como available for Lite. I'm assuming you mean standalone Lite. As of right now, it is only available for POS. Let's see here. Are there monthly Quantic fees associated with Como from Randy? Yes, there are. On our side, there is a $25 a month SaaS fee for the Como integration. Um, can a customer enter their phone number on a CDS or customer display? That one I'll have to get back to you on. I know it's definitely through the POS. I'm not sure if it will be through the CDS.
Awesome. I think the next question, and I'll answer it here. Can the app utilize Quantic's online ordering? Are we integrated right now to the online ordering, Dana? Do you know?
That I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might be one of those things that inevitably happens, but I don't believe
Yep.
so.
Yeah. If not, what obviously whether it's connected or not, we can embed that inside of the app just so you guys know. Now let's just say hypothetically speaking, we're not connected to the online ordering, even though it will be inside of the app as a web frame. We just won't have the loyalty connected. So if someone wants to identify for loyalty online on the Quantic's online ordering, then with Como, that connection won't exist. And then obviously we'll have to take it back to our development teams to see if and when that's on the roadmap so we can have that connection there.
Got it. Does Como integrate with Chowly within Quantic? I'm trying to think of how that would work, but those orders are coming from Chowly. I don't see a way for that to work. But that's going to be another one of those scenarios where, as the integration advances, there may be ways for that to influence more of the platform.
Awesome. The question about the contract. So we offer a monthly, quarterly, yearly option. We typically are when we talk to our merchants, we're trying to sign them up the most we can on the yearly option. But whenever we need to, and a client's like, "Hey, look, I want to have a short, just I want to go by a month contract or evaluate this every 3 months," we're able to do that as well. But we don't offer 2 to 3 year contracts. If need be, we will, but in reality, we try to keep it as favorable as possible for the merchant, if I may say that. And can we import a merchant's customers report rewards, points, loyalty in general from another point of sale into Como? Yes. So typically, what happens is when we talk to a client, and they have some type of loyalty program that exists currently today. We ask them to export that data into an Excel file or a CSV file. We'll grab that data, we'll pull it over to our database, and what we're bringing over is basic information like first name, last name, email, maybe a phone number if they have it, because those are the two of the main ways that we identify customers. And then any pending rewards or pending points they currently have, we also are able to import that as well.
All right. Any more questions before we close out for the day?
And by the way, these are great questions. Great group. Thanks, guys.
All right, folks. Well, first off, Jason and Gio, thank you guys so much for facilitating and being a part of this demo. We're really excited for you to be part of this integration. For those of you who joined, thank you so much for being a part of it as well and seeing this new integration in action. As you may know, we do these public demos every single month. So stay tuned for next month's announcement. As I mentioned in the beginning, this was recorded, so we'll be able to send out a copy of it and put it on our YouTube. If you do have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out to our teams. You've got our contact information. You saw Jason's contact information. Feel free to send emails to both of us. But with that being said, you guys and everyone else, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, folks.
Thanks, everybody.